We have a musical one for you this week.
I'm so excited to talk to our guests about singing,
Working late,
being gay,
traveling to Australia,
talent
moving to Australia.
in Australia.
In Australia. And what it was like to be on reality TV. Not once, not twice, but 4 times.
Brian Justin Crum is on the show with us today, and we're getting harmonic.
Hit the slay button on that one.
M.
Oh.
M. Mom!
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with a sloppy seconds. Oh, diva. Our number is 213-536-9180. Our email is sloppysecondspot@gmail.com. Now on with the show.
What?
Hi, you sloppy, you stupid little you not so you little you stupid little welcome to Sloppy Second with Big Dipper, Meatball, and Meatball, and that's Big Dipper.
What would you bring on a picnic if you were to go on a picnic right now?
Come.
I didn't know if you were going or
I would serve cunt at my picnic. And I don't know, probably cheeses, a meat and cheese tray.
I feel like it needs to be a wrap that's already done so that you can just munch on it.
Well, it's like when you go to the beach. The first thing you do is you stop at a Trader Joe's and you get all the prepared foods ready to go.
Yes.
And then you go to the beach. Or if you're rich, you go to a Whole Foods or 365.
Party girl.
Party girl.
I'm very excited for today's guest.
Yes.
We talk a lot about singing, and this person is in fact a singer.
Yes. They're
So-
working late
Period.
because they're a singer.
Please.
Welcome Brian Justin Crum.
Yeah!
Hi.
Hi, thanks so much for
Hello,
being
thank you
here.
for
Oh my God,
being
thank
here.
you so much for having me.
We're
I love you
very
both.
Excited to see you
Thank
in
you.
the
We're
flesh.
Excited to
Fan
meet
of
you
the
in
pod.
person.
Thank you.
Yes.
You're giving V.
I hate you.
That's the V
Oops.
shape.
This is the compression shirt from Young LA that I just bought on TikTok because everything TikTok tells me I need, I buy.
Oh, you purchase.
I purchase. I'm that girl.
Now, how often are you trying to return it and then you find out there's no return address?
It hasn't happened yet.
Oh, it keeps on. Keep it on.
I would
over
like you to
at
share
the
your
Casa
story
del
about
Meatball.
the.
Everything's $5, so I'm like, whatever.
Isn't that crazy?
It's more annoying to
Well,
return.
because
feel
it's
like
like
it's
all
like-
made in China. Like it's all,
And
but
it's all-
it looks amazing on you. I'm not trying to
Period.
drag it down. I have purchased a lot of houseware from TikTok.
I also feel
and
like
Insta.
it's gonna be like Uber. Remember when Uber first started? It was like $8, we'll drive you across town. Now it's like $60. We'll drive.
$75,000.
It's all gonna be that. Like in 6 months,
Can I
everything.
drink this on camera?
Yeah, everything in TikTok shop is gonna be $1 million.
Yeah.
What did you just return recently?
I
Some
don't-
synthetic hair.
Oh my
Synthetic?
God. Okay, so I bought a human hair wig and then I bought a bunch of bundles of human hair. And the first bundle I bought was real human hair. So I sewed it into the wig. And then the next ones I got, I was like, these feel cheaper, but maybe it just needs to be washed. So I sewed them into the wig and then I go in with a heating, like
Uh-oh.
a curling iron, and I just smell burning plastic.
Gross.
And then I start pulling it and the wig strands start pulling with the hair thing. And I was like, they sent me
I was gonna
plastic
say, but
hair.
did they say it was real?
It said it was human hair, and I was like, I knew the minute I pulled it out, I was like, this doesn't feel like human. This feels like
Yeah.
this. And so I took it out of the wig, burnt and crispy, put it back in the bag, and returned it.
As you should.
I
Everything's
said,
a scam.
and I wrote, you can have this back.
Everything is a scam. We're being scammed everywhere we go.
Everything is a scam. That is 1,000% right.
Not a fan.
Do people think when you're chatting with them online that you're a scam?
I have a message on Scruff right now. Someone's like, this isn't you.
You piece of
I've had my grinder deleted twice.
Twice, yeah.
Because
Same
they're
with
like,
Got Mick. It keeps happening to Got Mick.
yeah, and I have to like
Ooh,
take
maybe
a
I
photo
shouldn't
of
have said that.
myself with my ID and be like, I am a like, this is me.
Yes, I am on
This
TV.
is me.
Oh,
And I am
Period.
a whore.
Twinsies.
That's crazy. Do you think fall is a scam?
I actually am a big fan of fall.
Are you a pumpkin spice girl?
Or like, what is it? Verse bottom autumn. Have you heard of
Oh,
this?
yes. Verse bottom autumn.
So I really feel
I'm
like-
into that.
So I really feel like this is my time to shine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday was the first day of fall. Did you know?
I didn't give
Yeah, I got.
Are you a verse bottom?
Well, I'm a top right now, but I guess if it's verse bottom bottom, I'm gonna start douching it.
Yeah, hello. I finally got the douche head for my shower.
Oh.
Like I'm a almost 40-year-old
TikTok
man.
shop?
And yeah, exactly. Exactly.
What were
Click
you?
to
Were you
purchase.
bulbing?
No, I wasn't bulbing. So we have the hose thing, right?
Yes.
And I would just take off our shower head attachment and just like put the hose up my arm.
Oh.
You know, they have.
But then I started getting like little cuts on my.
Well, they have a rubber
tush.
one.
Oh yeah, yeah, those are for fisters, like the rubber ones that are this long.
Well, no, they just have a rubber one, so it's not the metal. So just be a little nicer.
Yeah, I'm into that. I got a metal one. But it's,
People
like,
don't even
soft.
use lube when they douche.
Yeah, just a little
You
spit.
gotta.
It's crazy.
I just had to
Spit on
swab my on it. Even I was like, no
no,
lube.
that is horrendous.
Swabbing
It's
your own hole.
mean.
Yes, especially if you don't use it very often. That thing is tight.
But
Trying to
for a
swab.
swab, grow up.
I'm just saying it.
I
hurts.
haven't bottomed in 9 months, and I'm telling you, it was tight.
Work.
I was literally like, what can I do
For a Q-tip?
lube? Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
Thank you.
Wow.
Well, even when I was bottoming, everyone did say how tight I was.
Yeah,
That was a compliment I was getting a lot.
This is psycho. All right, well, let's get into some career retrospective conversations.
Oh sure.
Most of the world knows you from your time
Scruff?
on television.
Oh, your time on television?
Your time
Yeah.
holding up your ID next to your face, sending a photo.
Yes, yes.
It's this is me.
This is
You were on America's Next or Got
America's
Talent.
Next Top Model.
Yes,
Yeah.
And
you're
you
America's
won.
Next
Yes,
Top
And
Model.
you
did
ate
win.
Tyra.
You
No,
ate her up.
You ate her up.
America's
No,
Got
you were on
Talent.
America's Got Talent.
America's Next Top Talent.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was America's Next
Top
verse
bottom.
Verse bottom
talent.
talent.
Why did you want to go on that show?
Wow.
I'm just curious.
I moved to LA
Yeah.
and was very gung ho about like just doing it the old fashioned way.
Right.
Mhm.
And then I realized that takes a very long time.
Right.
So I had met somebody here in LA who worked on the show, and it was his 30th birthday. He invited me to Palm Springs, and it was all different producers from the show.
Mm.
And they were getting schwasty face, like doing shots of Red Bull. They're like, sing for us. So I sang, and they're like, you have to come on the show. So they kind of like convinced me to come.
That's
and
nice
be on
because
the
that
show.
feels like a little more safe than just going to some blind audition.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which, yeah. Like
I-
showing up in thousands and thousands of people was not going to be my gig.
And I know some people. I had a friend who did The Voice ages ago, and she like had to sign the big contract and did the thing and they just like never aired any of her. She
Yeah, it
even I
sucks.
think she like went through one round, but when it got down to the editing, they were like, "Nah, we
Yeah.
don't need her story." And then she like couldn't do anything for a while.
Yeah.
Because she was under some
Maybe steal
contract.
your
It feels
soul.
like it would be scary.
Yeah, I would be shocked. At least with AGT, like we have to sign a big contract too
Yeah.
with them, but they never put that into effect. Like
Yeah.
everyone's allowed to work. You can go do your thing. I would be shocked if somebody like that was auditioning, didn't get aired, and then was not allowed to do anything.
work,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? That would be crazy.
I think she was just intimidated.
Yeah,
by
sometimes
it.
you just
Yeah.
gotta do it and then later ask for
ask for
Girl,
forgiveness.
ask for
forgiveness.
forgiveness.
Yes,
Absolutely.
not permission.
How was that experience on the show for you? Because we know some other people that were on it and they didn't like being there.
Yeah, I think everyone has very different.
It was Jan.
Different experiences.
Uh-huh.
I think I've witnessed firsthand, like when you're a favorite and when you're not a favorite, the different ways that you get treated.
Right.
So I had a great time. I was very well taken care of.
Yeah.
I was the first kind of big male singer that they had on the show. So they were excited. They gave me like all the bells and whistles
Yeah.
for production and
Mhm.
everything. So I had a great time, and I've been on the show 3 times now since.
Yeah, you went back and did All Stars.
Yeah, I did their all.
Yeah, they called it All
With All Stars Lives.
What are they called?
Yeah.
Champions?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, Champions, and then they did All Stars after that, and then they just did something called Fantasy League, where where the
Slay.
judges each got to pick 10 of their favorite acts from like all time from any different Got Talent franchise in the
That's
world.
so cool.
insane.
Yeah. So I've been on the show a few times now, and
So-
they're always great.
Yeah. Well, you know how to
must
sing.
love you.
Yeah, they did this last time. I'll give some tea. Like I didn't really have a lot of say in the song that I was singing, and I felt a little pressured into singing a song I didn't want to sing, and it didn't go well.
right.
So I was just like, all right, that's what it is. But you like Jan, I'm sure. You just kind of like, okay, next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, next.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Do you-
Water off a duck's back.
And do you feel like you've been able to take those opportunities and really turn them into
Oh my God, the show changed my life
Yeah.
completely. for the ups and the downs and the goods and the bads of it all, it
Yeah.
completely changed my life.
Yeah.
I was like hucking and like in the chorus of theater shows, and moved to LA. Wasn't working, didn't have a job, and then it's been almost 10 years since I was on the show, and I'm still working based off of specifically one audition that people really loved. But
That is so
That's
Yeah.
so insane.
yeah,
What does like a gig look like for you? Because I'm sure they run the gamut, especially when you're exposed to that big of an audience. It's like a corporate thing might want you to come and like just sing one song, or like
Yeah.
a college gig or a club gig, or like what? I mean, what are the kind of gigs that you do?
yeah, you're correct. It's like one day they'll be like, "Here, we have this much money," and it's like crazy amount of money. And we want you to sing one song. I'm like, "Great."
Yeah,
And then I'll go and do a concert for 90 minutes, and you make money. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
it really runs the gamut. Now I'm really leaning into my like cabaret diva star
Yeah.
era.
Yes.
Um,
Countess Luann.
Yeah. So I'm really like loving these like full cabaret. I did a show that Katya and I did here in LA called Reverie a couple years ago.
Yes.
And that's kind of like what resparked my love of like the nightlife cabaret, sexy
Oh, I love
kind of vibe.
that.
So I'm doing like 3 months in Puerto Vallarta this
So
season,
cool.
and I'm really gonna like do a fun show there.
It is so gay down there.
Well, it's called The Gayest Showman.
Oh!
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, and because this summer I saw you sing with Voice of an Angel.
Lauren Allred.
Yes,
Yeah.
who she
Never
was,
in love.
she was not enough. She was
She
everything.
was too much.
Yeah.
She
in
was the
fact.
most.
Yeah, she's the best.
Yeah.
We were on this fantasy league together.
Okay, amazing.
We met.
okay.
We got asked to sing the finale opener together.
Cool.
She and I sang The Greatest Show
Yeah.
together. It was so epic.
That's so insane.
And then we just really bonded. I'm really good friends with her manager John as well. And so we did P Town together,
Yeah,
and
that
we're
was
gonna
really
do
cool.
we're gonna do more things together. We love singing together
Yeah.
and doing the gigs.
It was really fun. And P-Town is that place. I mean, I don't know that you left town. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you were in and out of town a bunch this summer, but you left town right before Meatball got there.
yeah, I was
And
there for
then
Bear
we
Week.
did-
She's that girl.
We did
P-Town
a
is that
couple
girl.
of Bear
I almost
days.
died twice.
But Meatball was really busy drinking and
I got real mean too.
so I don't think she saw a lot of like the
city.
sit down shows.
She was busy.
But
I saw
there,
the city,
there you saw some titties.
but I did not see a
On
lot
the
of
backs.
shows because of the way our schedule was.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
It was
yeah,
like
the
I would have had to
schedule.
get in full drag at like 10 a.m. to then like get down there for a noon show.
But there is so much singing talent
Yeah,
in
it's
that
kind of
town.
hard.
It's wild.
I gotta
there.
say, like in PV, there's a handful of like really great things happening. P Town, there's like a cluster
Yeah.
of things happening. There's like 100,000 things to see every night,
Yeah.
every hour. So it's like hard to really pack a house
Right.
there because there's so much going on. But I'm excited. I'm gonna do a different venue there next year
Okay.
for a little bit longer stint.
Nice.
So I'm excited. I love P Town.
I also feel like it's the craziest possible conditions for a vocalist.
Why? Because the
No, from the
Well, I will say,
it up.
but
Yeah,
also
yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
yeah.
like all the
Wasn't that
venues,
throat?
I feel like so many of the venues like don't have like full whatever.
yeah.
Then there's like, is there a fog machine? Is it dry in here? Is the air
Mhm.
conditioning moldy? The whole town, 2 years ago, the whole town filled with because the plumbing backed up. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of rough and
The
tumble.
gays have that effect on a town.
And then you're supposed to sit there and like sound beautiful.
yeah, I just I
But
can't
you
help
turned it
myself. I
out.
just do.
He's literally like, I've never been affected by any of that. Sorry for your loss, though.
I just
Me
do.
screaming. Your voice. You remember your voice at the end of your time at P-Town?
Oh yeah, I was talking like this.
Well, the drinking doesn't help.
Don't look at me when you say that.
Period. She doesn't know what I'm talking about.
I know. I didn't even.
I
I
have
didn't touch
to
a
be-
lick of alcohol.
I have to be a bit of a nun.
Really?
Yeah.
So you've opened up a nunnery in P-Town.
Yeah, I have to like. I don't drink when I'm working.
But you stay just not partying.
I say not partying, and the place that
And you run. I saw you running.
I do exercise quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yes, I do a lot of that.
Are you gonna leave? Are you
Oh,
gonna
sorry.
get up
I
and
was,
leave?
She's gonna go.
I got to go.
That does help,
It's hard to
The
run.
voce.
not in P-Town, but in PV, all those streets are there's so
It's
cobblestone
windy.
in the
I'll just go to the
hills.
gym there.
Oh, yes,
I don't
just go
really
to the
run.
gym. I
I
feel like I saw you running on the street.
I was twirling more. Like there's a music happening and I'm like and I'm like in the tiniest little shorts,
You
shirtless.
like one of those ribbons.
Yeah, that's why I saw you.
And everyone's like, who is this faggot?
And you're like, come to my show.
Oh yeah, do you bark?
I don't.
Okay.
Well, there
I
you go.
don't.
Well, no, not when you've been on
It's not
America's
good for
Got
the-
Talent
it's not
4
good for the
times.
vocals.
It's not good for the vocals.
There's something listen, I hope I'm gonna look right in the camera.
Yeah.
This is not a read. You have to do it a bit.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I don't think I can do that for myself.
I did it, and I don't think that I can do it.
Yeah, it's hard. It's kind of like demoralizing.
It really was.
You did a
Yeah.
great job.
I
Here's when it's fun. It's fun to do like once or twice when you're new to town and people are going, "Oh my god, hi! Oh,
Totally.
you're doing."
that was the most fun part, was being
Yeah.
recognized.
If you had
but
to do it every single week, every single Monday and Tuesday were your barking
Yeah,
days, it
that
can
would be
get a
hard.
little.
Go to tea.
Yeah.
Hand out your things at tea.
that's what we did, but some of
Yeah.
them boys didn't like it.
That you were handing out a thing at tea?
Oh no, you can't hand it out in tea. You're not allowed to
Oh.
bark in tea. But we were standing outside when it was like letting out. And some people, I'd be like, come to my party. It's tonight. It's gonna, and they'd literally just, no, before I could even finish speaking and just walk away. And I was like, okay, so I'm
They're on
gonna
vacation.
kill myself.
And
Okay.
they're also
But it was a
awful.
party.
Gay people are like a little awful.
Oh, I actually have a question about that.
Yeah, ask me.
Why are the gay people in LA,
So terrible.
are they awful or are WeHo people actually nice?
Bum, bum.
I
Well,
keep
I think-
meeting people who live in WeHo who are nice, and it's shaking my core.
Yes.
Because I have
Well,
no expectation that
Meeting
they
people
would
that
be
live in WeHo, I
nice.
think, is different than
And they're
meeting
gay.
people that. Let me finish.
Mhm.
People that stay partying in WeHo.
Well,
that is
those
two
people
diff-
live in Riverside.
or the Inland
The,
Empire.
the 5s and 10s.
Yes. They're coming in Bridge and Tunnel.
The 5s
almost.
and 10s.
They drive on that 5 and 10.
Here's my read. I
Okay.
think people, we all have the potential to be awful and great.
Yes.
I think if you're somebody that people recognize, they're more likely to be nicer to you than
Interesting.
not nice to you. I've seen people be so horrendous to friends of mine, but be very lovely to me. So I think it runs the gamut. I don't think we hope people are specifically terrible or not terrible. I think that gay people together, we have a tendency to kind of be mean girls. And everyone
Not
thinks
me.
I'm not that way either, but when I'm in social situations and I feel that energy,
Yeah.
everyone's trying to like feel important,
Mhm.
and a way to feel important is by shrinking other people around you.
Yes.
But it's like a very false
Yes.
sense of importantness.
I sometimes have like the magic act of not being in drag and seeing how people treat me versus like actually meeting them before when I was in drag and they were
Yeah.
super nice, and then you're out and they're kind of mean and you're like, oh, so you're just
You're mean.
Yeah.
You just were a fan of
You were
me,
just
and
a
now
fan
you
for a
didn't.
second.
Yeah.
And if they're mean to me in drag, baby, I'll start throwing fists. Okay, I don't
Right?
care. Arrest me.
Pouring drinks, spitting.
Throwing drinks in faces.
Oh
Let's
my
go.
god.
See, I can't do that. Drag queens get like the golden nugget
It's-
pass.
Yeah,
OT.
it's the-
Uncancelable.
Yeah, when you're like a white gay person, if you're not the nicest person ever, immediately people are like, he's a piece of he's so mean, he's terrible, blah, 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 blah.
Do you think
Okay.
It's so hard to be white.
It's so hard being a
It's
white
like
gay
really
guy
hard to be white and gay.
with giant
and
arms.
It's like,
insane
It's
to be,
hard.
and also to be talented.
I know.
Voice of an angel. Wait,
That
I
came
do,
out wrong.
I
but
do
you
No, it
have
didn't, it didn't. It made sense.
more. I do have more to go down this path.
Mhm.
We'll be right back after this break. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp.
This month is all about gratitude, but there's one person we don't thank enough. Ourselves.
Well, I don't know. I think you thank yourself.
I
pretty
think I'm
often,
great.
But it's pretty facetious, I think.
Sure.
To be honest, sometimes it is hard to remind ourselves that we are trying our best to make sense of this wild and crazy world that we live in, and that isn't always an easy thing.
Practicing gratitude can improve your personal well-being, and you might find it beneficial to learn gratitude-building techniques from a therapist.
I know for me, a lot of times my brain swirls about so many different things, and conversations in therapy can really ground me. You know, asking those basic questions of like, well, are you able to take care of yourself? Are you making money? Do you feel a threat of safety? Are you uncomfortable? And I'm like, oh no, like all of those things are good. And yeah, I might be spiraling about the little things, but I can have gratitude for like all of the hard work I do to take care of myself. And it's hard to have those kind of conversations in social settings or with yourself, like just like reminding yourself of that. It almost feels like you need a therapist to be like, let's have this conversation.
I have a tendency to dwell on like negative things, but like you're saying, I have a hard time being like, oh, but this is good, this is good, this is good. And so something that I learned through my therapist was to at least 2 or 3 times a day say something that I'm happy about.
And that's a great tool.
It tricks your brain into like not always going negative, but seeing more positive things around you. And I wouldn't have done that without a therapist.
So if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try.
It's entirely online and designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule.
Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists anytime for no additional charge.
Let the gratitude flow with BetterHelp.
Visit betterhelp.com/sloppy today to get 10% off your first month.
That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/sloppy. And we're back.
Oh, you trying to show off?
I just wanted to know.
She's getting the mix.
A little sharp.
She's letting the mix happen.
I was in there.
Yeah, she was. It's a little Alphaba and also a little Once Upon a Time from Brooklyn ending. I'm all right. Remember?
No one remembers that musical.
But we do.
Shoshana Bean.
No, wrong. Period. Eden Espinosa.
Eden Espinosa. Sorry.
Close.
Wow. Oh, they got you, gal. They got you, gal. So gays can get a little toxic, but love diva worship.
Exactly.
My curiosity as a gay man doing the work in front of a group of other gay men, do you find it challenging to get support?
Good question.
But they will go up for an Eden Espinosa.
Girl.
Good question.
This is very interesting. I'm actually glad you asked me this because I think about this a lot.
It's interesting.
I find this to be so fascinating. Most of my fans are gay men who are older, who are late 40s and up. Older than I am.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
50s, 60s. And I think that's because looking at somebody who's been so vocally openly gay on television afterwards, for them is like, wow, I didn't have this.
Yes.
People my age and younger could give two about me. Like, they're like, whatever. It's a lot of, I think with gay guys, I think it's a lot of, well, I could do that. Well, I could do that.
But you couldn't.
Well, I could do that.
But they
so
can't.
there's like put some respect on my name. No, you couldn't.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If you could, let's see it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Then you would be right here doing it.
Let's
but
do
you're
it.
not. You're at home.
Yeah. So, and I think it's hard. There's like so much competition amongst gay men, and they're always competing. Blah blah blah. I fall into this too.
Sure. Yeah,
I'll see other gay singers and be like, I'm better than them or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like the natural kind of thing that flares up.
Yeah.
But it was actually on my list this year. I was like, I want to be more vocally fangirl for my peers. I want to show up to their shows. I want to like share their stuff. I want to work with them. I want to celebrate them. And I just want to like, for myself, like shake that mess off. Because I want the community of it, you know?
We talk, sometimes we...
Yeah, so be nicer to Sam Smith, everyone.
Yeah. They've got the voice. We talk a lot about, we'll like critique stuff. Like we'll watch shows and recap and critique, and we have a lot of opinions, but I think an overarching theme that we discuss a lot is like, as gay people, we grew up feeling like everyone was coming for us, feeling like we didn't belong. And just like you said, we wanted to make other people feel small so that the negative energy was not on us. And then it's even worse when we take that out on our own community.
Yeah.
And we're the easiest target, especially, when you look around and the person is not untouchable
Mm,
and super rich and famous, but they're a person you could see out at a club night,
totally.
Yeah.
And now more than ever, because of social media and reality TV and whatever, like we can see a person have a very successful media career and also bump into them at the Whole Foods.
Totally.
Which is even more of a reason to be nice.
Be nice. It's really not that hard.
Yeah.
If you don't have to be a fan of everyone,
Oh, right.
but like, don't be. Don't go and
Go
tear
out
down.
of your way.
Don't
yeah,
like.
tear someone down.
Yeah, and the interwebs are just like the.
Oh,
The
I mean, it's a
The close
hellscape.
friends account.
I do get on my close friends and I say things that I.
As you should.
But honestly, if the person I'm talking about sees it, they'd probably be like, "Yeah, she gives me that vibe.
Fair.
She feels like that when I'm around her." Yeah.
I also don't think there's anything wrong with critique.
Yes,
I
critique,
think
having your own opinion.
We've gotten into a place where you can't critique anybody, but
Right.
you can tell them to kill themselves. It's like we can also then say like, I didn't like this piece of work.
Right.
Yes.
You don't have to say you should die because of
Yes.
it. You know what I mean?
And you can respect like the work that they did before while also not liking the work that they're
Exactly.
doing now.
Oh.
Miss Katy Perry.
Period.
She's a fighter.
143. Check it out.
You grew up in San Diego.
I did.
How is that? Because I was no,
was
sorry,
that?
sorry. I was just there, and there was a lot of Trump flags flying.
People think that it's a very let me scoot closer. People think that it's like a very liberal city. It's not. It's
Yeah.
like it is a pretty conservative town. People were terrible to me. I moved in with my aunt and uncle in Oregon actually because like the bullying had gotten so bad that I was like I begged my mom. I was like, you have to let me get out of this place. So I moved to Salem, Oregon in the 7th grade.
Whoa.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, that's so young.
Yeah, but my aunt and uncle were like super conservative Christians.
No.
So I was like, I'm gonna go there. It'll be better for me there. And it was just
no.
like forced to be in church 3 times a week. Couldn't listen to the music I was wanting to listen to. It was like I traded it for not a better situation.
That's so intense.
That's
Yeah.
How long did you have to deal with that?
I was there for a full year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, and then I told him I was like, I can't be here.
Yeah.
This isn't right. And then I came out like a year after that,
Whoa.
very young.
What was it
Yeah.
like to be a gay kid? Were you like exploring San Diego?
I had a really a funny journey because I came out when I was like 14
Yeah.
Mhm.
and was
So
a
young.
theater kid, like
Yes.
doing all that. So around those people, I went to performing arts high school. So I was around other gay people.
Right.
I think I was actually one of the 2 out people in high school, and then everyone else came out
Yeah.
after. But when I was like 17, I met my first like group of gays. And they were like the mean girls of San Diego.
Mm,
This is when my mom and my sister say like I changed as like a human completely.
really?
Yeah. I
Really?
became like untouchable. My sister would try and like hurt my feelings. I'd be like, you can't get me. You can't. She still talks about it to this day. She's like, you were horrifying as a human being. Yeah.
Sometimes you got to go through that period.
I did.
Come out the other side.
Well, to protect yourself.
Yeah.
I was doing the protecting myself thing, and I was also just like, finally, I feel like I am gay and I'm having fun, and you can't tell me. So I was just like pretty nasty for a few years there.
Mm.
Yeah, really living.
What's
my
your
Negro
excuse?
fantasy.
I don't think I ever got mean. I feel pretty nice. Huh? Thoughts?
I disagree.
I think
do
I was
too.
bullied to an extent. So I bully people back. I had to be tough.
Yeah, girl.
And then I got funny.
That's where the flip happens when
Yeah.
when the mean can switch to funny.
Yes.
And the humor isn't just about being mean.
Yes.
But there's humor outside of just meanness.
Yes.
That's when I think we really.
Take the piss out of
Yeah.
yourself a little
Yeah,
bit.
Yeah, that's when I started. Yeah, definitely started making fun of myself.
Start to blossom.
Yeah, because then in New York, I was like not a mean person. I was just like having the time of my life and being fun and friendly.
Yeah, you can't really be mean in New York. If you're trying to make it
They
in
will-
the
yeah.
entertainment
Oh, yeah.
situation and you're mean in New York, they're very quick to be like,
They're
not her.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Absolutely.
Wait, and so then how did you start doing theater professionally?
I
Was it
was-
after high school?
it was in high school. I started doing theater professionally in San Diego. There's a lot of really great regional theaters in San Diego.
Mhm.
But my mom was really supportive because I was so terrible in school. I
Mm.
was going to flunk out. She would take me to auditions all over. So I would go up to LA, drive up to LA. I would go to Vegas. I would fly to Chicago. My mom flew me with me
Wow.
to Chicago to audition for her, one of the open calls for Wicked. So I was beep bop booping, and then when I was in my senior year of high school, I was about to flunk out, and I got cast in Wicked. And I got my GED, and I left school.
Be nice now, Meatball.
And how was that? How was Wicked?
I was a huge fan of the show.
The most
Even
jealous.
which act is your most favorite?
Which act?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I mean, which act? I would say the first act is more fun
It's a
to
stronger
do.
story.
Yeah. And it's funner, more fun, not funner, more fun to do as an
Yeah.
ensemble
Mhm.
member. There's not much happening in the second act. So,
You
You're-
said it.
you're
Yeah,
either-
you were in it and you said it.
You're either a monkey or you're
Exactly.
angry at people.
Yeah,
Did you get to be a flying monkey?
I didn't.
Oh.
So I was what they call a universal singer swing. So I covered all of the singer ensemble tracks in all of the U.S. companies. So I would be in one city this week, and then I'd be in this city this week, this city this week, doing all
But
the
she got her
different-
Delta miles.
She got her Delta Miles very young. It was a
That's
very cool
crazy.
first professional job
Wow.
to have.
Oh, and you could go to a whole bunch of different cities and
And she did.
And
Meet
spread
and
that love
greet.
around.
And she did.
meet and greet that first bottom
And of course she did.
Manhunt, Adam for Adam. That was the tease
Yeah.
back,
Back in the
then.
day, Craigslist.
Yeah. I was
always in
never
a
Craigslist girl,
hotel.
but always, oh, yeah, I had some stories.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah.
We'll save them for our final segment. Fuck
Yeah.
talk, please.
Because I almost did get murdered.
What? Ma'am, you're Brazilian.
Story for another day. We have a little slip. The slip is slipping.
So, you must know Wicked in your heart, in and out.
In and out. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Obviously, that was many,
Many-
Just a couple
you-
years
you see,
ago,
you're
really.
high
I'm a little
school.
boy.
many years ago.
That is a really cool first job, and then you continued on to
Yeah,
do professional
I
theater.
left Wicked and I did a show called Altar Boys.
Mhm.
And then I did the Kathleen Marshall revival of Grease. After that, I did Adam's Family, We Will Rock You.
Adam's Family. Did you do that with Zach James?
I did not. I did the tour. I was
okay.
in the first national tour with
Wow.
Douglas Sills playing Gomez, and I played Lucas Beinecke, the straight husband, fiance of Wednesday.
Amazing.
Very, very interesting.
Well, because you
character.
passed straight very well.
I know,
I can
right?
feel that for you.
Yeah.
How you doing?
That's kind of why I stopped doing theater.
Oh,
All of the jobs I was doing, I was always playing like the lead male ingenue.
Mhm.
And I was always being told to butch it up. I was always being told it wasn't believable. And then I was like, well, this. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to like let my queen.
yeah, come into your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, make your own path.
And when you do theater your whole life, you never really have an idea of who you are.
Right.
It's like I'm always trying to be somebody else, always playing a character. I had no idea what my voice sounded like, what my energy was like outside of it. I had to kind of like step away from theater
Oh,
for a
that's
while.
crazy.
And that's so true because even when you're not playing the character, you're thinking, what are they going to want from? What's the casting director going to
Yeah.
want from me? What's the
Yeah.
director going
What's
to
the
want
next
from me?
audition?
This
What
was my inner
character do I need to
monologue
play?
for
Wow.
20 years. How can I be different?
What did
I
you
had a
Because
friend
maybe
that
something
was
different.
doing like auditions and she was in Broadway shows, and then one day she like had a meltdown because she was like, I don't know who I am.
Yeah.
My hair is fake. My accent is fake. I'm
Mhm.
not acting like myself. And she was like pulling her extensions out, and she was like, I have to get out of this city.
Yeah, it's very real. They
she
also
moved to Michigan, living her life, got married,
Fun.
and was like happy now, I think.
Yeah,
but
you
it was
also get like ingrained in you that you're just like lucky to be there.
Right.
oh yeah.
And this whole like there's 1,000
There's
people
1,000 of
outside
you,
if you
yeah.
if you don't do it, you know. So the self-worth thing is also not great.
Do you remember, like, after that, doing something when you felt like, oh, this feels right to me? Like singing a song somewhere or just like dressing in a different way or like,
Yeah,
You
I
know.
mean, obviously doing AGT
yeah.
and really having to push the show to be able to talk about being gay because it had
Ah.
not been done like that
Right.
before. That was for me like a very important and really important for my mom for
Yeah.
us to be on that show and to be able to like talk about what it was like growing up gay and fat and
Yeah.
being bullied all the time. So that was like the first moment when I did Creep on the show where I was like, this is a perfect presentation of who I am as
Yeah.
a performer. No.
That's so nice.
That's cool. That's really empowering.
Now, what was it like being on an episode of Law and Order SVU? Let's talk about Miss
Bum, bum.
Mariska.
Segues.
Sorry,
Well, I did play a child pedophile on the television
a
program.
child that is a pedophile.
Both. So
Okay.
my character was kidnapped as a child, put into child porn. Can we say that? Corn? Child corn? What? We'll bleep it. And then grew up to then be a predator himself.
SVU
That's
really
heavy. They
gives
really
you
were
the super
acting.
intense storyline, and everyone in America watches it falling asleep.
Yeah. I'll put it. It's my background show.
Well, that's our drama. It's like, what do I want? I'm going to fall asleep. Let me put on some murder, true crime.
Booty dust.
Who?
One episode was like they found a bunch of glitter, and Ice-T walks in and he goes, "That's booty dust."
Booty dust.
No, they're like at the medical examiner, and she's like explaining that they found
Oh, right.
traces of drugs in the system.
What was her name?
And the street name is
Booty
Booty
dust.
Dust.
What was her name?
That's going to be my drag name.
The medical examiner?
Yeah, what's her? Tamara, something Tamara.
Tomorrow?
Sorry, you gotta look it up because she also is a cabaret singer. Tamara Tooney,
Ah.
BD Wong.
BD Wong is such a moment.
Tamara Tooney.
Tamara Tooney. I went and saw her at 54 Below.
Tamara Tooney.
Tomorrow.
And I walked up to her and I was like, I loved your work on SVU. And she was like, but what about my singing? I was like,
Can we talk about
you
it?
got me,
you.
girl.
How
Can we
dare
talk, can we
you.
talk about that?
All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back.
And we're back.
Period.
Thoughts?
Let's do some work.
Okay. Let's have a.
We can just
We
do
can
some
step outside.
We do a little
Do-
vocalizing.
We can maybe do a
Engage your
warm up.
diaphragm.
See what happens.
But the tone is
toning.
special.
The tone
it's
is
unique.
toning.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Unique?
You love to sing around the house
I do.
in front of your husband.
I do.
Does he appreciate that?
He loves it. I am always on. Like there's no off button like that. I'm either like a cocoon on the couch with a blanket and a dog on my face, or I'm like,
Yeah.
So I'm always performing for him and making up stupid songs. So if one day he's like, why don't we just film it?
Yeah.
Just put it there and do
Yeah.
it. So that's going to be our new judge.
It's super cute. It's really
I
fun.
love
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah. It's nice.
Also, I was like, that's a grown up house with a nice ass kitchen.
I know. I was upset when I saw the kitchen.
What was really the lull is you know how TikTok there's like the search thing under it.
Yeah.
So the search thing was like how to varnish countertops.
Because
Nothing
everyone
about
was looking.
me or like what I'm doing. Just like
Oh, see, yeah,
how
that
to
search
seal
thing.
and varnish
It's
countertops.
what comes up on your own search bar.
Yes. You dumb.
Is that what comes up for you?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Oh God, I got lightheaded from laughing hard on that one. Ooh.
What do you get up to here in LA?
I'm like almost 40-year-old person.
Yeah.
We'll bleep it.
Same.
I'm tired.
Yes, all the time.
Emotionally,
Yes.
physically. So normally I'm at home.
Uh-huh.
We have a really lovely setup at the
Yeah.
house. You'll have to come over.
Okay.
I'll
Their pool?
There is a
Gonna
pool.
kill myself.
There's a pool in the front. There's walls.
In the front.
Yeah, because our whole property is walled in. We've got like a huge wall over the whole place.
Smart.
So our front yard kind of acts as our backyard.
Oh, I
And
love
we've got a
that.
pool and a tropical garden, then a dry garden, desert, cactus. We're always gardening. And
Sounds
do you like
lovely.
this? Is where I'm getting excited now. All the
Yes.
gardening.
No, I love that. I mean, I wish I had that.
Yeah.
I would be excited too if I had that.
Yeah, it's pretty lovely. So I do a lot of that. I went out to the Eagle for the first time in forever.
yeah.
I tried to get you to come.
And did you have a good time?
I was
When?
there
Wait, I think you were there.
When was it?
for Sisters of Perpetual Peace.
I didn't go.
Oh, but you were going to.
I was
'cause you
gonna
were
go
gonna
'cause
try
I
to
was gonna
get
try to
boys
kiss a bunch
you
of
on a
boys.
on your mouth.
And also the competition sounded really fun. But what? So okay.
It was a great time.
Okay, I'm glad I didn't go.
You'll have to go to her
I just
party.
like. I
yeah,
like
you
to
should come
hear-
judge my party.
I would love that.
Okay.
I like to hear some music.
Yes.
And like, I wanted to. I didn't know that was happening. So like, I wanted to go and like.
Oh. No, but it was a bunch of first
It's
time
hard
drag,
to do
drag
that
queens.
at the Eagle.
You can't really.
Well, I kind of wanted to get bent over the pool table. I didn't care. Like, I wanted something.
That happens
fun.
occasionally.
Yeah.
Sometimes we got to go to the cruise party there
Great.
because that's when a lot of people are on their knees.
doing the dirty.
Last time I was there, I ate a bunch of asparagus and peed in the bathroom and everyone got mad.
Oh.
I didn't know I was going.
But listen, live your life.
Gee.
If you
They
gotta
don't
pee,
win.
you gotta pee, and if you ate asparagus, you ate asparagus.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
in my hoe era. I was like,
Yes.
yeah. I was
yeah,
like,
so how is that? How is entering your hodom?
well, I've always kind of been a hoe.
Go off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just
Your
feeling like I
Honor.
care less now.
Yeah.
I used to be very like, wow. Yes.
Well,
I
And
recently have come into that where I'm like, oh, whatever. Here's my dick. Here's my butthole.
yeah,
Like,
I'm
just
like,
take a look.
I don't care.
just take a pee.
I used to try to pretend like I was like the all-American, like good boy,
Mhm.
and I'm just not that person. That's
Yeah.
not the journey.
Yeah.
For me, I want to have fun. I want to like. We're not getting any younger.
Hey.
We're not getting any cuter. Like
And
live your fantasy.
The
do all
world
the
is
things
not
you want.
getting any more like baby gloves around us. Like things are fierce, things are moving, things are changing. It's like
We
enjoy
could
your
die
life.
tomorrow.
If you
while
want to try
can.
something, try it.
Yes.
Like let's have fun.
Let's
Yes,
get
absolutely.
physical,
Let's
Olivia.
Let's get-
Have you seen that video of her singing it in like a bossa nova style?
No,
And then she goes into whistle tones.
no.
I'm playing that before you leave.
I did see.
It's incredible.
This is so unrelated,
Great.
but it kind of related. I did see the new Demi Moore movie.
The substance.
The
I wanna see it
Substance.
so bad.
She's a fitness instructor.
Yes.
Saying in the beginning, so good.
I heard it's like the new gay
Like
movie. that everyone's
mind
gonna be watching.
blown. I had no idea what to expect,
This is what I've heard.
but the last 40 minutes of this film are a journey. Wow, 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 wow. So
okay.
good.
We
So
should
good.
go.
We should go.
You should really go. My partner was
Okay.
like very excited about it, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited." Whoa, so good. All the people talking about how good it is.
Yeah, every gay I know has seen it and is just like writing on their Instagrams about how amazing it is.
Yeah, everybody in the theater was like, gas, gay. So fun.
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore.
It's also crazy that the premise of the film is about an aging person who's
In
trying to get back
Hollywood.
to youth.
Yeah.
And Demi Moore looks the way she looks, and she's the one aging.
Oh, someone told me that she wants that Oscar. And she was willing to be ugly in this for that Oscar.
I mean, she
But it's
looks-
hard. Look at her.
looks incredible.
I know.
Rumor, her daughter, was like welcomed me with open arms when I first moved to LA.
Mm.
Like
Oh,
she was one of my
'Cause
first
she would like
friends.
do gigs around. Like I saw
Yeah.
musicals she was in.
Yeah, she
We-
went to the same
we-
high school as me.
We did For the Record together here in LA.
Right.
And the whole family like really opened their arms to me. So I spent a lot of time with Demi at their house in Idaho.
Mm.
And so to see her do this now, I'm just like, wow. First of all, she's stunning, always.
Yeah.
Period. But like really, this is like in her moment, doing something that's so perfect for her.
Oh, I
It's
love
very cool to
that.
As the
see.
kids say, she's doing her big one.
She's doing her big one,
I've always been a fan of her.
but they've always kind of been her big one.
Yes.
Truly.
Like throughout her
G.I.
career.
Jane.
Girl, Ghost.
Striptease.
Striptease.
Ghost.
Yeah. It's always been the big one, and this is just
Charlie's Angels.
Period.
I was thinking about that because remember when she like popped up as a surprise in Charlie's
St. Elmo's
Angels,
Fire.
It was like she's old and she was like 40.
They did. I literally saw something she did recently where they're like talking about like how brave it was of her to like be in a bikini at 40. I'm like, 40's like
40's young.
young.
Yeah.
But not in the 90s, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. 40's young.
How old are you?
40. Don't kill
Word.
me.
40's young. I'm actually looking forward to 40.
Why are you mad about
I'm
that?
not. I don't think I'm going to make it past 37.
I don't think that's
Drop
true.
dead right now. 37.
I'm literally 34.
Are
Oh,
you?
you're not.
I'm 35.
Okay.
She lies about her age every day.
I try to confuse the audience.